What it do, what it do, how y'all feeling? Welcome to Zash News Radio. I am your host, Ash Neal. That is I. So, we talking to y'all. Yes. Kamala Harris. Presidential nominee. Kamala Harris. Now, I had a little post. I did. My post said, I'm not with her. I'm not. Simply, I'm going to tell you why. History is not friendly with people that don't want to confront it. Some people will say that Kamala did. Kamala's past is ridiculous. And she did apologize for some of the things she did back in the days. Now, when she became vice president, we didn't support her then. Well, at least I didn't. A lot of brothers, we were on the same page because we knew her past. So now that she became the Democratic nominee, we all had to come out and say why we don't like her. So it's my turn. Yep, it's my turn. I'm going to let y'all know. I don't fuck with Kamala. Main reason, as I said on my page, we call her Lady Truancy. Yep, that's what we did. That's what we call her. After we found out what she did with the truancy laws, we did. Back in the days, truancy was just, a little thing. You might get a ticket growing up if you was late from school or didn't show up for school and all type of other stuff. You probably get a ticket, right? Have to show up to court and say, hey, my bad, judge, I live far, didn't have a bus, didn't come my way, right? That ticket will kind of keep you from getting your license later. If you don't take care of that ticket, bruh, don't think you're getting your license. You better take care of it because they're going to ask for it later. But yeah, simple. Little nothing. You know what I mean? Truancy, my bad. Yeah, school. Kamala Harris, she upped it. Oh, yeah, she upped it. She wanted to make sure that the parents was fined due to children being truant. Amazing. It's an amazing story. So I'm sitting back when she became vice president. I was sitting back and I was talking about all the parole violators. I was like, hey, bro, she was the reason that our PO said we couldn't smoke. It was all type of stuff. Didn't even want to put themselves in our shoes and the things we had going on. And it seemed like it predominantly affected black folks. It did. Sorry. That's what it seemed like to me. So we was never with her. And as we were telling our story, nobody ever wanted to hear us. So we have to talk it. We do. So if you really want to know, my beef with Kamala is her, I guess, contradictory acts. Because as she was locking brothers up, or when she was attorney general, and she was allowing these district attorneys to say, oh, well, you can violate your parole by having a dirty drug test. She didn't care. She didn't care, even though she was smoking. Right? Kamala Harris used to smoke a lot of weed. And her, well, I wouldn't say a lot. Sorry, I wasn't there. But she said she dabbled in college. But her time as attorney general, that was the one that made a lot of brothers just wonder if we were ever going to get off parole. So, I'm going to let y'all see her take and what her whole agenda was as Attorney General.
Hi, I'm Kamala Harris, the Attorney General of California. I've always believed that to keep the public safe, we must be smart on crime. As a career prosecutor and the state's top law enforcement officer, I see a direct connection between public education and public safety.
Remember that statement. Public education, public safety. That's her two objectives.
And when I think about smart ways to improve public safety, it's clear to me that we must end elementary school truancy.
Elementary school. Mind you, she's talking about babies. Babies. This video's 10 years old. So I would have been one of these these parents fined by Kamala Harris's legislation. So yeah, let's let her talk.
Now, let me be clear. We're talking about children from kindergarten to 6th grade. California's Constitution guarantees children the right to an education. Truancy is against the law. Yet every year, hundreds of thousands of California elementary school students are truant.
She says truancy is against the law, right? That's what she said. Okay, what's the law? You know, the law is ridiculous. And it states that if you were missing, 30 minutes for over a course of like X amount of time in the school year, then you would be deemed a violator of, or be deemed truant, right? That's what she's saying. So she's saying, well, parents aren't being held accountable for this. That's what she said 10 years ago. That's what she was saying.
In fact, 40% of truant students in California are in elementary school. In some elementary schools, up to 92% of their students are truant. Last year alone, over 250,000 elementary school students missed more than 10% of the school year.
So, what are they teaching? Look what's going on now. You got the shit. A few years ago, we all was out of school for COVID. And I think before that, it was all these Karen soccer moms talking about CRT in school. So they was pulling their babies out. But you mean to tell me that this was like a criminal offense or some shit because it was a law? Yeah, you had it out for parents too early, too fast.
And the effect on public safety and the economy is stark. When young children are truant, they're more likely to drop out before graduating high school and to become victims and perpetrators of crime.
There it is. Listen, your baby, if they not being indoctrinated over here behind these walls, then it's 9 times out of 9 they might be a criminal or a victim of a crime. That's what she said. So what is the attorney general gonna do? She gonna be the cop on the beat. That's what she said. I got this.
In addition, truancy drives huge costs to California taxpayers, to the tune of nearly $50 billion each year.
Prove it.
The bottom line is this. Elementary school truancy is very costly.
She said that. I'm sorry, I gotta bring that back. Hold on. She said that. She said that. Hold on. Kamala. Let me see. Where'd that shit go? Where'd it go? I gotta see this. I don't believe you. So she said, let's see, annual losses to California due to dropout. Due to dropouts, y'all. Okay. 22.4 billion, right? Reduced earnings. How? What's up with this number? It's at $22.4 billion, right, in reduced earnings. How? Tell us. How are you losing, or you didn't earn as much to the tune of $22.4 billion? Think about that. It's not a loss. It's not a loss. It's what they didn't get if these niggas went to school. That's how they frame it. What? You get to charge parents or something for lunches or something? It's crazy because you should have been saving money, right? If you think about it, if niggas are dropping out of school, you should have been saving money, right? You ain't got to pay for some of these motherfuckers in class, you know what I'm saying? Some of these free lunches and all of that. Nigga, it could have been an expense that was kind of, I don't know, helped out by people that didn't even show up. They didn't even attend, right? And then you got crime victim services. $9.5 billion for crime and victim services. So what are you saying? It's costing more money when these kids are out of school. Now remember, we're talking about elementary. Because she did it when she went to the root. She said the babies ain't coming to school. They truant. That's what she said, kindergarten. Now, You mean to tell me that what? Police is being called out due to these babies not going to school? They're they're victims of crime? You mean like I don't want to say it like that, but is this like an Amber situation? Because you're talking about babies. You losing $9.5 billion on crime victim services? I don't believe none of this. Prove it. Prove it. $8.3 billion reduced economic growth. Anytime you see reduced earnings, reduced economic, that's money that they feel like they should have made. They ain't lose shit. But this is how they frame it. To the point where, oh, okay, since we're not earning this, we can get it another way. And that was the disgusting thing that we're going to get to. What's this? State and local government. That's so vague. What do you mean? $6.4 billion for state and local government. Criminal justice, welfare, and health care costs. And then in the big ass, look at this shit. Big. $46.4 billion each year. That's what we losing when these motherfucking people drop out. In the scene earlier, she was talking about kindergarten or elementary. Forgive me. She said elementary. You're not losing $46 billion from elementary school kids. Not being there. Not being. Trust me, this is a lot of free meals that y'all not paying for. It's crazy.
Each year. The bottom line is this. Elementary school truancy is very costly. According to our research, because of truancy, California public schools lose $1.4 billion a year in funding. I'm very pleased to introduce you to the Department of Justice's first report on elementary school truancy. We will issue it every year to track California's progress in stopping this crisis. Please join me in making elementary school truancy a priority. The safety and the prosperity of our state depend.
Crazy. Now, she's crazy. Lunatic. Sorry. But think about what she said. She said, it's our duty. Truancy is a safety measure. We got to make sure that these kids are in school, elementary school. Now, there was this whole thing like, damn, are you really like gonna enforce the law? Like, how is this gonna work? Is people gonna go to jail for this shit, right? And I think she said something to the effect that nobody was going to be arrested for this truancy shit. Nobody. So we're like, okay, cool. Well, shit, whatever. Give me another fine. I guess that's the same thing that's been happening this whole time. You know, we got to go to court, yada, yada, yada. She lied. Oh, nigga. Somebody did get arrested. Somebody did get arrested for this truancy shit. And it was crazy.
She didn't tell the truth at all. I did go to jail under her policy that she pushed through when she was Attorney General of the state of California. She wanted to say because it didn't happen in her jurisdiction that she was not responsible. But guess what, Kamala? California is your jurisdiction, or it was at the time when you're Attorney General. You're at the top of all your DAs. They are up under you, so they're pretty much take what you say and move forward. So They took her letter and literally listened to her office and pressed hard against truancy. So she had her hand in the pot from day one.
This lady, I'll give you a backstory. Sheree Peoples, her child had sickle cell anemia, and during her hard times, her baby couldn't walk. It was hard for her baby to walk, so her child was missing a lot of school. And lo and behold, this law that passed with the help of Kamala Harris to criminalize truancy. This lady here was arrested. Yep. Sent to jail because her baby couldn't walk. It's amazing.
So here's my question. Your baby was sick. What type of illness did your child have at the time?
My daughters still have sickle cell anemia. It hasn't went away. It will never go away. She was born with sickle cell. It's a hereditary disorder disease. It's the oldest hereditary disease in the world. So let's understand the history of sickle cell. It's old. It's not a new disease.
Right.
It's a condition that she caught from me and her father.
Which means you know about it. At least Kamala did. But like she said, well, I don't know if she got to it yet, but that actually affected a lot of people of color. Sickle cell anemia. So maybe Kamala didn't know it. She's not like us. Oh shit.
And it's because it protected me from malaria. And because me and her dad have the trait, because I have the trait, takes two traits to make the actual disease, caused her to have the devastating SS condition of sickle cell. So she's been having it since basically 2 weeks old when I found out.
So in a nutshell, she had an excuse. She had an excuse for her daughter's absence, right? Which is one of those things like, all right, well, I feel you. You know what I mean? At least let's talk about it. Let's figure out why there's so many absences, because we want to indoctrinate your baby, right? Right. That's basically what they're saying. So, but how does it result in arrests? You know what I mean? That's what fucks me up. Like, wait. Nigga. I don't remember my mama going to jail when I was truant. And I was truant a lot because we were so far. And I had to walk. And I was late. And instead of the police... Think about this shit. The police used to drive past us as we're walking, right? Knowing that we got a long ass way. Them niggas know where we going. They do. But there's still time, right? We're not late yet, but it's encroaching. Let's say we got to be there at 8. It's about 7:45, right? So this nigga passed these babies up. I'm one of the baby. That's me. And then by like 7:55, you still got about a good 10, 15 minutes to keep going to be at school. And they know by that time, when it's 5 minutes, you're going to be late. What do? They double back. When they pass you up, it's 7:55. And they went back the other way. They like, okay, yeah, this nigga is not going to make it. Nope. So then they turn around. These cops would turn around, and then they would pull up, and they'll wait. They wait a good healthy 4 minutes. 7:59. Because then, you know, they know the law. They'd be in violation if they contacted you and you're within the time frame, right? So by the time they window roll down, it's 8 o'clock. You're late. So they have jurisdiction or the right to say something, right? So think about this. Just use your brain for a second. Just for a second. These are babies. I was a baby. Instead of being a good cop, I guess, and making sure this baby get to school safely and on time, right? Instead of taking me there, the son of a bitch would write me a ticket. What? What do you mean? They used to write me a ticket for being late. And then they were rack up, because I still, nigga, my mama ain't had no car, nigga, and the bus wasn't coming. So by the time I'm still going to school tomorrow and the next day. So I'm getting another ticket if you catch me. Where was the compassion? Y'all could have took me, because you went down there at least twice. You could have dropped me off, but no. It was an agenda.
more pain due to those stressors. Not to say it was full like sickle cell, but it added to it. So it made some people have it in their arms. Shayla's was in her legs. So her legs were in a lot of pain, which prevented her from walking. So I call it, it's like a temporary handicap in a way. So today she can be up and walking, and tomorrow she can't walk at all. And then the next day she may not be able to, but the following day she probably can. And this was during the time where she was growing. And when you grow, your bones hurt. And that was
Right.
happening to my child.
Demetri?
So what do you say to the people? Because I'm sure you've heard this before. Oh well, there's got to be more to the story. Maybe she didn't do this, or maybe she didn't do that. It sounds like there's something missing. Well, have you heard that? And if so, what are your thoughts about that?
Oh, I heard that a lot. The thing about it is, I did everything.
And the reason that she hears that, right? People don't believe you. They don't believe you. What you mean you got a ticket because you didn't make it to school? What you mean your mama got arrested because you didn't make it to school? Nigga, it happened. What? You think we lying? We ain't lying. It happened. They were abusing the fuck out of their power due to Kamala Harris's policies. I wasn't in school when her policies passed, but I was in school for truancy, and she just amplified it.
I was in control to do. I'm not in control of her illness. I don't know when she's going to get sick.
Right.
That is something I'm not in control of. And pain is subjective. So you can only feel your pain. I can only feel my pain. And it's not right for me to say if her pain is severe, is I can't speak for her. So that's the thing with sickle cell, because it's very painful and you can't see pain. So they look at you and say, oh, nothing's wrong with you. You look okay. And that's the reason. Or she didn't have documents in place. Or, oh, you should have had doctor's notes. The thing about the doctor's notes for me was, number one, I wasn't told that I needed it because she was under doctor's care. For number two, I had letters written. I had a 504 plan. I was in the process of an IEP. So I felt like I was working with the system. And if somebody would have said, hey, Sheree, get doctor's notes for every day that she missed, I can guarantee I could have had doctor's notes. Because if that wasn't the case, then the district wouldn't have overturned 30 of those absences. So the funny thing about it was, I was fighting the district on a district level, having superintendent meetings prior to my arrest.
Even then. Okay, my good. I forgot to get these doctor's notes and excuse some of these absences. But you're up to speed now, nigga. You know what the situation is, right? My daughter, she can't walk sometimes, right? We're good? Can we? No? Bro, crazy.
So she had documented 40 absences. When it came out and my arrest happened, they only had 20 absences. So they reduced the absences due to the fact that I was fighting for them to fix her record. I was getting her record amended. So it's a lot of things in the back that they don't know I was doing. I'm always advocating for her. I had the Sickle Cell Foundation come out to try to speak to the district. I was having mediations. So there were free programs that you can get to allow mediation to happen. I hired educational attorneys. I was doing everything in my power to ensure that my child got the appropriate education for her, even putting in an IEP prior to my arrest. So I did the IEP the year before in November. I get denied in January. They arrest me in March.
Crazy. It's crazy. They don't care. They're like, so? Oh, your baby sick? Hey, you got a doctor's note? Like, nigga, damn, bro. And that'd be my thing. Like, we get it. You know, it's a system. System is set up to operate a certain way. But if something in the system cracks, meaning life, shows up, you can't just, like, blanketly be systematic. You gotta like have some type of discretion, right? Can we have some type of discretion or no? Is it literally, hey, my bad? That's just like it's an algorithm. Hey, it said baby not here, parent go. Nigga, what? It's disgusting to me. And all that shit about Kamala Harris is that, oh, it wasn't my district. It didn't matter. It affected everybody in California. And not only did it affect the kids, her policies affect the kids in the school. Bro, this shit started early. Oh, it started early with Kamala. She literally said, all right, you kids, because as a DA, now mind you, she was a DA, she was a district attorney before she became attorney general. She used to like hound as a prosecutor, hound these cases. She used to hound the judges, making niggas guilty of whatever crime it was. Oh, he's guilty, don't matter what it is. And on some of the times, these people ain't did the crime. Some of them, niggas was like, wait, I didn't even know that I was being charged with anything. Just went to jail. And so she had this whole, I'm the district attorney, you know what I'm saying? I can do what I want. Nobody questioned her. Nobody questioned her fucking record as a prosecutor. Nobody questioned anything she did. But who got affected? Black men. At all times. Black men. It's disgusting. And I want people to understand. I'm not playing the race card, but she had it out for black men.
I never talked to no detective, no police officer, no DA, nobody.
Just arrested and then charged.
Arrested and charged, that's it.
Was the first time you saw Kamala Harris in person the day that the verdict was issued?
She showed up at the two most pivotal times in this first trial and me being convicted and me being sentenced. She wanted to be present for a celebration of a conviction.
That's what it felt like, a celebration?
A celebration, that's what it felt like.
They say that don't happen, right? Oh, no. She was fighting crime. That's what she was doing. She was trying to attack the streets of California and make them safe from all these babies that don't be going to school and these criminals. Really. That's her number one thing. And to be honest with you, why did we be the people affected? Why are black folks the ones that were affected? You tell me. You tell me. If it's a conspiracy, then hey, call me a conspiracy theorist. But some things just don't smell right to me, personally, because there's a lot of times where I feel like it's done for a reason. Now, this is a video of Kamala Harris.
Been threatening the safety of this community and this region. And what we did together.
This is the video of her in her introduction of becoming Attorney General, right? This is the first thing she got to say out her mouth is, oh, I got this, y'all. I got the streets of California. That's what she said. This is it.
Kamala Harris for some remarks.
Thank you, Chief Turner. And thank you to our partners, of course, always our federal law enforcement friends and colleagues, represented today by Assistant U.S. Attorney Brian Stretch, of course, Santa Clara DA Jeffrey Rosen, and California Highway Patrol Chief Keith Dittumus, and the ATF Special Agent in Charge, Stephen Herkins. This operation represents the best of what we do as law enforcement. This was an operation that targeted a group of individuals who had been threatening the safety of this community and this region.
Yeah.
And what we did together through local, state, and federal resources is collaborate and coordinate, share information, share intelligence, and share in the plan and goal of making sure we would take these folks off the streets.
Now, you tell me, Kamala Harris, how many of them were innocent? Sorry, I had to ask it. I had to, because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of, and you could hear it today. Yo, this dude, he just got exonerated. He did like 20 years. What do you mean he did 20 years? Oh yeah, the crime that he didn't commit. He was there for like 10 years and DNA came out and said he didn't do it. What do you mean 10 years? For nothing? You mean to tell me these niggas are being locked up for nothing and they're getting out 10, 15 years later? Sorry, is that y'all locking people up that are innocent. Y'all arresting moms for what? Their kids not going to school? And they knew it was a dumbass idea. They did. Because why? They ended up stopping the shit. Yep, they sure did. They stopped doing that bullshit to these people out here.
All efforts to intervene.
Ladies, let's go. Because they knew.
La Jolla ISD parent Maria Lara says bullying problems once affected her daughter's attendance.
She had problems. There were times when she would skip, but now when there's a problem, any little thing, they're like, oh, you're not in class?
See?
Let's go. You're in trouble.
Too many days of school missed, and her daughter could have ended up in a criminal court.
Her daughter was missing school because she was being bullied. So you mean to tell me, oh, wait a minute, okay. You scared to come to this fucking school, so now you know what's going to happen? You get too many of these absences, you going to jail. They knew this shit was stupid. They knew it. But we were affected. Us. Next thing you know.
Oh, they're not here. Take them to court and get them fined, and that was it. There were no interventions in place.
But that's no longer the case.
No longer the
case.
case.
A new law decriminalized truancy last September.
It's a big change. It's a big change from the past few years.
Now a kid can only be sent to civil court if they miss 10 days of class, and the district has exhausted all efforts to intervene.
Lord have mercy. They ain't got no more money. They have no more money. That's it. That's what she said. The district have exhausted all resources to intervene. Sorry, we can't go chase these niggas no more. That's crazy. It's crazy. Because what was happening? They was finding these parents X amount of money. And the parents was like, nigga, fuck you. I'm not paying shit, nigga. They thought they was going to get some money. That's what they did. It was like a little scam. It was almost a scam. Like, ooh, if we go ahead and put in law that your baby got to be in school, and then we give them these tickets, maybe they going to start paying up all these tickets. We could probably, ching, a little light bulb went off. Nigga, no. No, parents weren't paying it. So instead, y'all started locking them up. And then you realize how dumb of an idea it was. But remember, just keep one thing in mind. That was Kamala Harris. And how she weaponized, I would say weaponized, truancy. Because it was called something different back in the day. Don't let me lie to you. But it's been since like the 1980 something or 18 something when truancy came out and it was a government program where you had to be in school to be indoctrinated, I'll say. And if you're missing X amount of hours, days, yada yada yada, it was something about, hey, just be here. But she was the only person that criminalized it. The only one. And when people say, hey, oh, that's Kamala. She one of us. She the folks. Not only did she do that, she had the power. Kamala had the power. She did. She had the power to go ahead and I guess take some of the laws off the books for some of these egregious ass conditions for probation. A lot of folks were on probation. Some of them were innocent. But we ain't gonna get there. And then when they were on probation, there was just these stipulations that you couldn't do, like smoke weed. Nigga, you couldn't smoke. And I was a victim of it. Hell yeah. I smoked weed. I've been smoking since I was like 11 years old. And if I want to give you guys the origin of where I think it came from, because of, everybody said a lot of this shit is a gateway drug, right? Well, growing up in elementary, I was given Ritalin, right? It was just something for all the kids that they said had ADD, right? Fast forward from elementary to junior high school. Oh, no drugs, no Ritalin, no nothing. So as my body was depending on it, it resulted to whatever I could get. Street drugs, right? So me being a guy that, hey, if I smoke, I started smoking young. You mean to tell me that if a crime was committed, whatever, let's say, getting caught with the drugs, you would go to jail. You would get out. You get a probation officer, and then the conditions of your probation would be you can't engage in that activity anymore, right? Right. Okay, that's the law. Can't smoke. Can't smoke. Can't smoke.
Have you ever smoked?
I have.
Okay.
Now, she wasn't even a prosecutor. She wasn't a district attorney, nor was she an attorney general in college. And this is the time that Kamala Harris was smoking weed. You mean to tell me that after your life, the way it went growing up, you had the gall to use your power to go after people that you claim that you were just like? There should have been no kind of marijuana stipulation behind probation. Truancy tickets should have never been weaponized. Ever. And then I'm talking to you. You were a victim of busing. You understood how long it took for you to get to fucking school. And yet, you didn't want to give other people the respect and understanding that it might take them a little bit longer for their babies to get to school. So you punish them. And you don't deserve our vote. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel where I bring you content like this, plus more. But if you don't want to miss a moment, they say you got to hit that little notification bell. All right? I love y'all. I'm out of here. Peace. Yeah.